Hi, it's Grandmama Doris. This time I would like to read to you If I Were the Devil by Paul Harvey. I used to hear this a lot. I used to listen to a lot of AM radio, Christian radio, news, talk shows, Rush Limbaugh, Paul Harvey. So I would like to read to you If I Were the Devil, written by Paul Harvey in 1965. If I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. I'd have a third of the real estate and 4/5 of its population. But I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I would set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I would begin a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, to do as you please. To the young, I would whisper the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what is bad is good, and what is good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I would get organized. I would educate authors on how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whomever I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, nations at war with themselves, until each in its own turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild until, before you knew it, it would have to have a drug-sniffing dog and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I would have prisons overflowing. I would have judges promoting pornography. Soon, I could evict God from the courthouse. Then, from the schoolhouse. Then, from the House of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and defy science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I would make the symbol of Easter an egg. And I would make the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I would take from those who have and give to those who won't until I had killed all the incentive of the ambitious. And what do you bet? I could get the whole state to promote gambling as a way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work and patriotism and in moral conduct. I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus, I would undress you in public, and I could lure you into a bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I would just keep right on doing exactly what he's doing. Thank you so much.